Coming up on KSP News, the college takes positive steps to deal with a negative situation. We'll have an update on the hacking incident.
Looking for work? The Kirkwood Career Fair gives lots of people a strong head start.
Plus, does Kirkwood have talent? The answer is yes. We went to the recent talent show and we'll show you. I'm Jeorgie Smith.
And I'm Alisha Wright. Those stories, plus a sneak peek at some summer activities for new students. KSP News starts now.
From the campus of Kirkwood Community College, this is news from Kirkwood Student Productions.
It's a word any organization dreads: hacking.
But when Kirkwood's system was compromised by a hacker, quick action helped prevent the worst from happening.
Last month, approximately 125,000 people have received letters describing Kirkwood's online security breach. Following up on the story in the communique, we talked with the Vice President of Student Services, Christy Fisher.
We've talked to a lot of people who are possibly impacted, but we've yet to hear from anybody that they've had any negative impact at this point.
If anyone does have their identity stolen, Kirkwood is ready to help students recover it. Students do need to be proactive about monitoring their credit score, though. And after 1,500 calls to the college and the helpline, students are doing just that. If students haven't been proactive after receiving their letter, just listen to Fisher.
I think the most important thing to do is to read the whole thing, because there's options. There's the monitoring services, or there's contacting the credit bureaus, and just several good steps in there. So I think the most important thing is read the whole letter and then decide what makes the most sense for you. Don't just throw it away.
Students need to remember when online,
nothing is 100% in today's world.
In the future, students shouldn't be worried about their security online with Kirkwood.
We're probably more aware, but we're doing a lot of the same things we've done before, and those systems are actually segregated in a different area that are protected behind a different type of security. So we're definitely very aware of it and paying attention to all those areas.
And now that the online systems are back up and running, students should expect to see the scholarships awarded sometime later this month.
Even though Christy Fisher reported no one has suffered an identity theft as a result of the hacking at this point, that doesn't mean everyone is in the clear. She urges people to make sure to keep monitoring their credit scores.
People looking for work found a great opportunity on campus April 25th. That's when the Corridor Works Career Fair was held at the Kirkwood Rec Center. More than 75 employers from the corridor participated. Job seekers brought resumes and were offered the opportunity to take assessments for the Career Readiness Certificate. The Corridor Works Career Fair is sponsored by the National Career Readiness Certificate and put on by area colleges and universities. 2 Kirkwood instructors are going above and beyond by assisting the state of Iowa with their knowledge and experience. KSP's Ted Schiefen has our story.
Early in March, 2 Kirkwood instructors were named to 2 different boards for the state of Iowa. Jody Weigel, Human Services faculty member, was named to the Iowa Board of Social Work. And Kelly Montijo Fink, adjunct Spanish instructor, was asked to serve on the Commission of Native American Affairs.
I really feel blessed and feel honored to be able to have this opportunity.
New positions bring new responsibilities. Along with these responsibilities, both Montijo, Fink, and Weigel hope to better the community.
As being a board member for the Iowa Board of Social Work Examiners, we'll be looking at any current rule changes at a federal and state level. This would include people that are applying to be a licensed social worker in the state of Iowa.
It means that I will have the opportunity to serve the Native communities that live within the Iowa state boundaries and give insights to the governor on the current status of Native peoples here in the state.
With the recent recognition of these 2 instructors, Kirkwood seems to be a place of high potential, not only for students, but for instructors also.
For any Kirkwood student, I guess I would say that you need to be involved in your community, whether it's local, state, or a bigger level of advocacy, promoting what you believe in. I would hope that across the state people would look to Kirkwood saying, if I'm a board member looking at licensees across the state of Iowa, that hopefully what we're delivering as an educational program here is pretty solid.
Ted Schiefen, KSP News.
Kelly Montijo Fink began her 2-year term in March. Jody Weigel began his 3-year term May 1st, after he was confirmed by the state Senate.
After its first semester on campus, Eagle Tech is giving students the help they need and the products they want. KSP's Chris Ackman tells us more.
Right at the end of the fall semester, Eagle Tech opened their doors for the first time, allowing students to have access to many brand name Apple products. After being open for 6 months, Eagle Tech's business is still booming.
The foot traffic in Eagle Tech has been spectacular so far. We've seen a lot of great response from the different departments around campus and from the students.
Eagle Tech has even brought jobs to some students on campus, since they allow students to work for them as their techsperts.
I like the atmosphere. We have a lot of great workers. We all get along really well.
But what has Eagle Tech learned their first semester? Customer service specialist Laura Carson says quite a bit.
In terms of what we learned through helping, the faculty, staff, and students, really that we just have to take each individual case as it comes along. We're here to really just, service and to help answer those questions and not really push anybody in one direction or the other.
Now that Eagle Tech's first semester is over, they must begin planning on what they're going to do during the summer while students are away. Eagle Tech still plans on staying open for those few customers who plan on visiting during the summer months.
Our summer hours are going to be 8 to 5, so Monday through Friday, so we're going to mirror the bookstore, just kind of keep everything consistent around campus.
Chris Ackman, KSP News.
The summer hours for the store will be Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Straight ahead, does Kirkwood have talent? We'll take you to the annual talent show.
And later, advice for new students from returning ones. You're watching news from Kirkwood Student Productions.
Student Life is in charge of 80 clubs and organizations and is also in charge of the activities that go on around campus. Student Life is half activity-based and half club-based. Student Life is the event planner and the banker for all the clubs that they work with. So anything the clubs want to do, Student Life will aid them in getting it organized. For more information, stop in at 230 Iowa Hall or online at www.kirkwood.edu/clubs.
A wonderful pastime.
Not regular TV, it's animation.
Anime is the gathering of people to watch cartoons. If you love a community that won't judge you,
just come on down and walk right in.
And make them an offer they can't refuse.
Inside of many, there is a need to help and heal. At Kirkwood Community College, it only takes 2 years to earn one of the many degrees offered for veterinary technicians. With the hands-on experience that Kirkwood vet techs receive, they learn how to help put a smile on a proud owner's face. And maybe even your dog as well. Don't believe me? Well, I think you just saw your answer.
Kirkwood's annual talent show offered an evening of entertainment for all who attended.
These students and many others decided to show off their gifts at this year's talent show.
This will be our 5th annual talent show that we've been doing, organized in the spring semester like this. People that can sing or people that can dance. We've had a lot of international students do some different cultural type dances or do some cultural type activities for that. We've had different clubs and organizations show up and do different skits or different acts. We've had people juggle, we've had people do magic, we've had people, play a variety of instruments that I've never even heard of. We've, had a lot of piano players, a lot of singers, a couple bands. So,
when students were asked why they decided to participate, they gave a variety of reasons.
Well, 6 years of show choir and friends peer pressuring me. Plus, I did it last year, so.
Well, I really wanted to do it. I never really sang in front of a crowd, so just thought I'd try it out.
Over 30 people attended the show, which was held on Wednesday, April 3rd.
Typically we hope for 10 to 12. Typically we don't do more than 15, but somewhere between 10 and 15 would be ideal. I know last year going into it, I think we had eight or so, and we had a few more sign up that night, but 10 to 15 would be ideal.
The talent show isn't the only activity that Student Life offers.
We do a lot. We do probably 75 to 80 events a year. Every year it's a little bit different. Every year it's always entertaining.
Danny Coover, KSP News.
If you're interested in learning more about what Student Life has to offer, visit them in their office at 230 Iowa Hall, or check them out on the web at www.kirkwood.edu/studentlife.
Last summer, Kirkwood's nursing department held their first blood drive on campus. Students and faculty have another chance to give back to the community on April 5th during Kirkwood's blood drive. KSP's Crystal Sindelar reports.
Kirkwood's nursing program holds blood drives that are sponsored by the Mississippi Valley Blood Center each year, which distributes the blood to local hospitals.
Nobody is exempt from possibly ever needing to have a blood donation. So it's just important for people to understand the need to give to save another life, or 2 or 3, which we can all do in different ways.
The Kirkwood Nursing Program hosted a blood drive on April 5th. This not only benefited the students, but benefited the community.
As you can imagine, I mean, just giving blood is a wonderful way to give back to your community, to help individuals.
Donating should always be a good thing. Like, I heard that over this last couple of years, like, less and less people are donating, and I mean, if I got some extra blood, why not to give it to someone who needs it?
The blood drive had 15 total nursing students who volunteered and donated their time instead of blood. Hughes had a goal of 20 donors. Luckily, they exceeded their goal and had 25 donors total, which included faculty, students, and staff.
I think number one, they need to realize that every single human being has the opportunity to give in different ways to help other people. And when it comes to our nursing students, we constantly communicate with them about compassion, and that leading by example with a compassionate heart is what really makes the difference between a good nurse and a great nurse.
Crystal Sindelar, KSP News.
Anyone who is able and willing to donate blood could potentially save a life. The next upcoming blood drive opportunity will be hosted in June 28th in the Sim Lab in Lynn Hall.
If you think you have a future in business and are looking to become more involved in Kirkwood, DECA may be the group for you. KSP's Crystal Sindelar has our report.
DECA is a club offered at Kirkwood Community College that gives students a wide range of skills that can help better both professional and personal lives.
DECA stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America. Our chapter specifically also aligns with that. We are Delta Ellipson Chi Association of Kirkwood Community College.
The fact that it puts them in a real-world situation, I think, is one of the biggest driving factors. Now, the marketing program here at Kirkwood does require DECA. The other business programs, many of them, use it as elective credit.
Students in DECA are encouraged to become involved with Kirkwood activities that will better their professionalism, such as going to public speakers and other Kirkwood events.
Since I started advising 2 years ago, Mark Gable, my co-advisor, has been doing it much longer. I think we've had, relatively large groups, 40 to 50 students per semester.
DECA has around 40 Kirkwood students in the club, 10 of which are international students.
Well, actually, for DECA, it's one of the curriculums that we have to take. So it's one of the classes that we have to take. It's kind of mandatory, but I think you can choose either SIFE or DECA.
DECA is our Kirkwood Community College Marketing Club. DECA is an international marketing club where students of high school age and college level have the opportunity to network, take part in conversations with advisors, and compete in competitive events that can potentially earn them scholarships across the United States.
Crystal Sindelar, KSP News.
To learn more about DECA, contact the Kirkwood Business Department by phone at 319-398-5416 or by email at business@kirkwood.edu. Up next in sports, Kirkwood's Boys of Summer probably feel like they've been playing in winter. We'll have an update.
And hitting the links with Kirkwood's top-notch golf team, you're watching news from Kirkwood Student Productions.
Student Life is in charge of 80 clubs and organizations and is also in charge of the activities that go on around campus. Student Life is half activity-based and half club-based. Student Life is the event planner and the banker for all the clubs that they work with. So anything the clubs want to do, Student Life will aid them in getting it organized. For more information, stop in at 230 Iowa Hall or online at www.kirkwood.edu/clubs.
Anime is a wonderful pastime.
Not regular TV, it's animation.
Anime is the gathering of people to watch cartoons. If you love a community that won't judge you,
Just come on down and walk right in.
And make them an offer they can't refuse.
Inside of many, there is a need to help and heal. At Kirkwood Community College, it only takes 2 years to earn one of the many degrees offered for veterinary technicians. With the hands-on experience that Kirkwood vet techs receive, they learn how to help put a smile on a proud owner's face. And maybe even your dog as well. Don't believe me? Well, I think you just saw your answer.
The calendar says spring, but Kirkwood's spring teams might think otherwise.
KSP's Taylor Van Fleet has our sports. Taylor?
Thanks. Despite cooler temperatures and a couple of rainouts, Kirkwood's baseball team is trying to rack up more wins. KSP's Austin Bramley has our update.
The Kirkwood Eagles baseball team has had a great season so far, and there are 4 guys in particular who are standouts.
Dairo Gonzalez has had an All-American season, I believe. He's hitting over 400. He's leading the league in home runs. He's right up there in RBIs. He's been tremendous for us. Colin Belk is 7-1 on the mound with a 2 ERA. Cale Hinkey's got under a 1.5 ERA. Those guys have been great. But what I've liked, it's been a team effort. It hasn't been one guy. Every day it's somebody different. Eric Skaten-Jablinski's had a great year. After not playing last year, he's come in and just been tremendous. So it's been a team effort, but those 4 guys have really stood out to me.
It's been a team effort this season for the Eagles, but the season isn't over yet, and they think they have room to improve.
Well, I know that we want to continue to get better, and I know these guys, every game that they play, they want to try to win.
Kirkwood's golf team is playing well and ranked in the top 10 in the country right now. KSP's Marcus Shoup sat down to talk with head coach Darren Pint and has our report.
Even though the weather has not been the best, head golf coach Darren Pint is excited to see what his players can do as they wrap up the season.
It's been kind of hard to gauge because of the tough spring we've had weather-wise, but you know, we've got some guys that have some serious ability, and you know, so far it's been going well.
Over the years, Pint has scheduled Kirkwood to play at some of the most challenging courses in Iowa, trying to get as much out of his players as he can.
I firmly believe that that's going to help them down the road when we go play in postseason play in the national tournament, hopefully, and play against those tougher schools.
Along with tough courses, the players really challenge each other every day in practice.
As a team, we want to do really well. We want to see everybody succeed, and we want to beat all the other teams. But at the exact same time, we're competitive. We want to beat each other. And every day we're going head-to-head in practice, just trying to take each other down, really.
Mitchell feels golf is a sport that you can play as long as you want.
We, as golfers, kind of have the luxury of playing a sport that we can play pretty much our entire lives, unlike basketball, football. You only have a limited time, your body can keep up with that. But with golf, you can play it your whole life, and it's always fun. You can always compete.
Coach Pine is looking forward to being in the national tournament again this year.
For the most part, for right now, I like where the guys are heading, and we'll see what happens down the stretch here.
The national tournament will be held in Scottsboro, Alabama, May 21st and 22nd. Marcus Shoup, KSP Sports.
Kirkwood's #1 golfer, Jordan Asbell, was less than satisfied with his performance last year, but that didn't stop him from taking on his second year. We sat down with him to talk about how he worked to improve this year.
Being a first-year student, I really wanted to make myself stand out my first year, but that put a lot of pressure on me. So I think during the off-season, I kind of overcame that pressure, and it also made me a better person this year. So
Jordan is looking forward to playing in the national tournament later this month. And that's a look at sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. Before we close, we'll look ahead to a summer edition of the Communique.
And advice for new students here at Kirkwood from other students. You're watching KSP News on the Kirkwood channel.
Student Life is in charge of 80 clubs and organizations and is also in charge of the activities that go on around campus. Student Life is half activity-based and half club-based. Student Life is the event planner and the banker for all the clubs that they work with. So anything the clubs want to do, Student Life will aid them in getting it organized. For more information, stop in at 230 Iowa Hall or online at www.kirkwood.edu/clubs.
Anime is a wonderful pastime.
Not regular TV, it's animation.
Anime is the gathering of people to watch cartoons. If you love a community that won't judge you,
Just come on down and walk right in.
And make them an offer they can't refuse.
Inside of many, there is a need to help and heal. At Kirkwood Community College, it only takes 2 years to earn one of the many degrees offered for veterinary technicians. With the hands-on experience that Kirkwood vet techs receive, they learn how to help put a smile on a proud owner's face. And maybe even your dog as well. Don't believe me? Well, I think you just saw your answer.
The staff of the Communique is working on a summer edition.
Leah Kaufman joins us with an update.
The Communique's first ever summer issue will include information about how to get involved with clubs and organizations on campus. We'll also have some tips for success from Kirkwood President Mick Starcevich, plus a handy map that shows you the important locations you need to know here on campus. The summer issue will hit newsstands on May 9th. Back to you.
With summer right around the corner, student orientation will soon be underway for future Kirkwood students.
KSP's Ted Schiefen tells us what to expect.
Orientation is really about setting expectations, talking about resources, helping students understand how to make an effective transition.
25 different orientation days will be held this summer here inside Iowa Hall.
We now require all students to attend orientation if they want to register for classes.
Important topics discussed at Student Orientation Day include financial aid, how to meet with your advisors, and how to register for classes.
It was a huge wake-up call. It gave me told me about different clubs and stuff I could get involved in.
I feel like it gives you a better feel of how Kirkwood is run, and you're going into the year more prepared.
It was really good, preparing me, because I had no idea what to expect.
I know and have seen how students struggle when they don't go to programs like this because they're poorly prepared to make a successful transition, and oftentimes that plays out in, I never was told how to do this or that, or nobody bothered to tell me this. I think this is our showing students we care about their success. If we just brought a student in and said, good luck, have fun, figure it out, I mean, that's communicating a different message in my opinion. So to me, the whole idea of this is saying, we value you, we value the fact that you'll get to meet other people and sort of be highly successful here, not frustrated about services because you know how to use them. So to me, it's more about all the other things than just simply enrolling in classes. But there's a lot of other things that impact you every day besides what classes am I taking.
Ted Schieffelin, KSP News.
You can find more information on student orientation at kirkwood.edu/orientation.
Juniors and seniors in high school have a lot on their minds as it is, and starting college is just one more thing to worry about.
KSP's Emily Margison reports that advice from college students and counselors can be an invaluable tool.
Study hard and make the right friends.
Don't have too much fun in your first semester because you might not do as well as you think.
Incoming freshmen face a variety of new situations, requiring skills that were not previously necessary in their lives.
I would say that it's difficult to adjust to all the freedom, that they really enjoy having freedom, but sometimes managing their time and learning how to be more responsible and accountable can be difficult.
Students with family members or friends who have gone to college before them may have received some decent advice about the transition. But for first-generation college-goers, the lifestyle changes may come as a shock.
You think you have a lot of time when you're here, but really, classes here are harder, so you have to put in more work.
Being involved on campus can help students ease the transition to college and help them make new friends.
Know where the tutoring center is, know where counseling services are, know where student life is and how to get involved in student organizations.
Kirkwood offers free tutoring to all of its students here in the Tutoring Center. Students can get help with subjects such as math, science, and American Sign Language, among others. Looking over their time at Kirkwood so far, students reflect on things they had to learn.
To know your school, get involved in groups.
Work harder at getting a job because I don't have any money.
Students looking for advice on campus should look into signing up for the mentoring program. For more information, go to kirkwood.edu/studentlife and click on the mentoring tab. This is our last regular edition of KSP News for this school year, but we'll be back in the fall.
And we'll have a summer version of our newscast airing on the Kirkwood channel in June. For all of us at Kirkwood Student Productions, thanks for watching.
Hello fellow Kirkwood students, my name is Janelle, a second-year student from Western Meek High School. I'm here to give you a quick update on activities going on as we wind down the spring semester. The excitement starts on Tuesday, April 30th as Spring Fling Week gets underway. The U.S. Army will be on campus hosting a free cookout outside the bookstore starting at 11 a.m. There will also be a student recital starting at 11 a.m. in the Ballantyne Auditorium. That afternoon, the Kirkwood baseball team will battle Century College at 2 p.m. on the baseball diamond, and Kirkwood's Student Leadership Council will be handing out free ice cream to student fans. Wednesday, May 1st, includes free pizza at 11 a.m. on the second floor of Cedar Hall, and Thursday, May 2nd, it will be Kirkwood Student Leadership Council hosting a free cookout outside Iowa Hall starting at 11 a.m. The baseball team finishes the home season on Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, with doubleheaders against Southwestern. The games begin at 1 p.m. each day. Friday, May 3rd features Kirkwood's annual concert chorale, followed by Kirkwood's concert band on Saturday. May 4th, both of these concerts will take place at 7:30 p.m. in Ballantyne Auditorium. And admission is free with your Kirkwood Eagle card. A recital in Ballantyne Auditorium will close out the music and theater scheduled on Tuesday, May 7th at 11 a.m. And finally, don't forget that Kirkwood commencement will take place on Saturday, May 18th, beginning at 10 a.m. at the Cedar Rapids Ice Arena. To those of you moving on to the next chapter of your lives, best of luck. To the rest of you who will be back next fall, we hope to see you involved in clubs and organizations at Kirkwood and hope you are looking forward to another year of the activities at Kirkwood. Welcome Week will be August 18th through the 24th. Enjoy the summer and thanks for watching.